Hey y'all, this is Tiger from 106 Keep It a Bean. How's my 106 Keep It a Bean family doing out there, man? Excuse me. You know I love chopping it up with you guys. You know I love spending time with you, man. You know what we do here at 106 Keep It a Bean. Yes, we keep it funky, and you guys know we're always going to keep it fresh, man. Happy and excited to be here as always, man, to do another session with you guys. I need them. I thank you for that. Um, Guys, you know what I always say, this walk with me a little bit, kind of spend a little time and just kind of see where these episodes are going to go, okay? Remember, I always leave a popcorn trail, so we'll always find our way back. Happy, man. I'm excited. It's Sunday. Just got done watching my son and them play at Cal. They just beat Minnesota. Uh, Kudos to them. Keep showing them who you are. Cal U, Vulcans. The sky's the limit for you guys. Trust me. I see it already in you, in all of you. Um, Man, I really try to get some men fathers to come on and do this episode with me, uh, because I felt that I wanted some different perspective on on this title, on this topic that I want to discuss. Why do fathers become heroes after the funeral? Why do fathers become heroes after the funeral? I want to talk about that a little bit. But before I begin, I have to read from the Shift Happens book. Well, I hope you can see it. Shift Happens. I have to read the introduction. I believe, I was reading it yesterday when I was out in the yard earthing, and I began to read it, and I couldn't put it down. But I can't read everything to you, but I want to read the introduction to you because I think it speaks. I think everyone can relate to it. If you lived on this planet and you came through the womb of a woman and you live and you breathe here in, in this economy, in this world, you can relate to this introduction that I'm about to read. Uh, let's just get to it, man. At this big age and stage of my life, I've learned one thing for certain: shift happens. Life changes even when you're not ready. It pushes you, stretches you, drags you, and sometimes saves you. Every version of me, the healed one, the hurt one, the confused one, and the hopeful one, has been shaped by the way life kept shifting beneath my feet. When I was younger, I moved fast. I loved too hard. I trust too easily, and I thought I could control everything around me. I kept trying to direct life the universe had already written. And every time I held on to the wrong people, the wrong places, or wrong patterns, the universe shifted me right out of them. Back then, I didn't understand it. Now, I am grateful. Because the truth is, the universe couldn't align my life until I aligned myself. And alignment came with lessons. Some are painful, some are beautiful, all necessary. I've learned that when you grow, everything shifts with you: your body, your boundaries, your energy, your expectations. You don't just get older, you get clearer. You don't just walk away, you walk towards something better. You don't just lose people, you lose versions of yourself that were never meant to survive your healing. This book is a part of my story, a testimony of transformation, and reminder that you can outgrow your pain and still keep your softness. A declaration that peace does not come with permission slips. I am not bitter. I'm better, not better than anyone, but better within myself. And that version of me, she no longer comes with an apology. Shift happens. And when it does, you get to decide who to become next. Man, shift happens. Please go get this book. Purchase it from Amazon. Um, Trust me, man, for your wife, your grandmother, your granddaughter, your auntie. Get this book, man. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. Um, Man, I had to read that introduction because I believe we all can relate to that. Shift is going to happen. You're going to always be evolving and becoming something new. It's just the way it is. And if you don't align with it, it's the shift's going to happen anyway. So just be mindful of that shift is going to happen. Go buy the book so it'll help you to navigate your shift. And men, we shift as well. I don't think that we don't, because we do. I'm even going to go as far as says men, we have periods. We just don't have them the physical way that they do. Let's keep that a being. But anyway, man, let's get into this episode, man. Why do fathers become heroes after the funeral? Again, I apologize. I wanted to get, um, some men on. Maybe if some men reach out to me, excuse me, we could do a part two. Why do fathers become heroes after the funeral? I definitely love to chop it up with you guys. You know, that's what we do here at 106 Keep It a Bean. It's a platform, that gives you an opportunity to speak your truth, whatever that is. And so some men reach out to me, man. We could do a part two of why do fathers become heroes after the funeral. Man, we're talking about fathers, the providers, the protectors, the quiet pillars of the family. Why do we don't get our flowers while we're living? Why don't we get those accolades? Why don't we get praised or revered or looked upon in a fashion that says, "Hey, man, that's my father. Yeah, he's made mistakes, you know, but he's my father. He's my superhero. He's my role model. He's the man that I look up to." Uh, why don't we get that? I know women, you're gonna bash me a little bit, but trust and believe that I love you guys. I've said it countless times on many episodes that you guys are the creme de la creme, especially black women. You guys are the mother Eves of this planet. I believe that. I stand on that. Uh, so I would never diminish your importance or your position and what you mean to this world, your contributions. Because every man that's hearing me now, or every person that's hearing me now, came through the womb of a woman. So let's make that declaration clear. Let it be clear, crystal clear. I love you guys, but the camera's on us right now. Let us shine a little bit, please, if you will. Fathers, why do we only become heroes after the funeral? Why can't we get our flowers now? I mean, I know what culture says. I know what society says in terms of, we're supposed to be that protector and that provider, and then we're supposed to go in the corner and shut up. Not supposed to have no emotions. Not supposed to express yourself. Not to show any weakness. Um, I get all that and I understand all that, but we have an opportunity to change that narrative. Fathers are important. Men are important. Not just to protect, not just to provide. We definitely give some other attributes. We definitely um, we definitely provide something other than those two things. Men and father are important, and any child or any mother or any wife or any baby mama, whatever you want to call them. Not saying that in a bad way, but just for all the purposes of doing this episode, if y'all can't understand our importance, then something's wrong. Because men are very important, and fathers are. Uh, I mean, I can speak from my experience with my children, man. All eight of them, all nine of them, they, I'll never come on here and say I was perfect. Never. I used to tell my younger kids all the time, you need to be thankful to your older brothers and sisters because they taught me how to be a better father. They taught me how to be a better dad. And all I'm simply saying is that we're important. We are. We're vital to the family, to society. Um, our position alone speaks volumes. Just the fact that, what most people don't understand, being a man is rough. And then especially being an African man is even rougher. I don't need to go into the plight and the subjugation and marginalized we've been as a race, but I'm just speaking specifically from a man's point of view right now. Fathers are important, and I'm going to keep asking this question: why do we become heroes after the funeral? Why can't we? Why can't y'all celebrate us now? The best example I can give is Mother's Day and Father's Day. When Mother's Day come up, man, you see all kind of commercials. Everybody's planning dinners or planning to go out, or we got to get mom this, we got to get mom that. And I understand, trust me, I do. I'm not trying to diminish her position, her authority, who she is, but I'm saying, why can't we get the same? Because we're just as important. We are. You know what I mean? That's one of the grateful things that I could say about my youngest two kids' mother and I. We might not have seen eye to eye on a lot of things. But one thing we did do was co-parent together. She included me on the decisions that was made for our children. And I love her for that. And I thank her for that because I think she understood the importance of a father's role in her children's life. They need me. My kids will tell you, I'll push them, man. I'm going to make you uncomfortable. I'm going to say some things that you don't like to hear. But that's part of my assignment. That's part of my responsibility. And just like, in the movie Fences, where the son says to the father, why don't you like me? And the father says, it's not my job to like you. My job is to provide for you. My job is to protect you. My job is to instill into you knowledge and wisdom and to give you that fortitude and that strength to keep going. Like, with all of my children, man, I've said this and I know they know it, but I see potential in them. I see greatness in them. I see everything that their mother and I poured into them. And part of my job is trying to bring it out. I really, really do. I'm not saying it's easy, but that's part of what I try to do is pull those things out that I see in them. But why don't we get it? Why do we only become heroes after the funeral? Come on, man. We got to do better because the fathers are important. And women, I'm going to blast you a little bit, especially mothers. Stop using your kids as weapons against the father. Stop doing that, man. And I can speak from experience, man. I think once the relationship is over, and for the most part, men, we settle that in our mind pretty quick. It's over. Okay, now I got to deal with my children. But I know I got to go through her. But once they realize you love your children, I'm talking about you love them and you want to do for them, boom, something clicks in them and all of a sudden they use it as a weapon. Now you want to come see your kids and it's an issue. Who you didn't say you were coming, and we're busy, or we doing something. I mean, some crazy stuff. It don't make no sense to me because I always looked at it like this way: when I take the kids, that's your free time to do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bonding with our children, having our father, daughter and son moment, and we, doing planning whatever we planning and doing whatever we doing. Give me that time, because I used to always say, stop. I would tell the women, the mothers, baby mamas in my, in my relationships, don't step on my toes and I won't step on yours. I meant that. You the mother, I will never step on your authority, your toes, or your position, but don't step on mine. I'm the father. And I stand on it. And like I said, um, I've been a father, man. Still am. Love my children, you know. But why do we only become heroes after? Why we gotta die before people recognize who we are? I'm not saying. Listen, I don't want patted on the back. I don't need no parade or nothing. I know who I am. I know the mistakes that I made. I know that the accomplishments that I made. I know the love that I've given. I know the protection that I've given. I know the advice that I've given to my children. So therefore, I know who I am. And I know what I've done and I know what I haven't done. But all I'm simply saying, culturally as a society, why don't fathers become heroes before the funeral? Give us our praise now. Stop giving us Old Spice and socks. You understand what I'm saying? And show us love. Give us a cookout. Take us on a mini vacation. Take us out shopping or something. You know what I mean? To show the love and appreciation of a father, man. Because a lot of them are quiet, man. They don't say much. They just get up and do what they got to do and grind and make it happen, man. And then it's crazy. It's not till he dies when the children and the family and the wife or the baby mama, whoever she is to you at the time when it happens, now all of a sudden they realize your significance, your importance, your role. You understand what I'm saying? We're important. Every child needs their father. The moment, that's one thing I don't understand about women. You say you want to be single. I get it. If you want to be single to figure yourself out, but you shouldn't want to be single for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Especially if y'all have children together and y'all can make it work because they need both of you. They need your input and they need their father's input. But see, the one unique thing I understand about a mother and a father is the mother sees some things that the father don't. And the father sees some things that the mother don't. But when you put those two together, we see it all. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to our children. And so we're important, man. And so culture, society, start treating us like that, man. Because we play a significant role. And it's crazy. I think I read a statistic that, they try to fabricate stuff, but I think there's more black men being involved in their children's life uh, uh, than ever before. And that's a beautiful thing, man. And quote me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I apologize, but I could have swore I read that somewhere. And that's a beautiful thing, man, because we are important. And many of us know our role and we know who we are and we love our children, man. A lot of the headache comes in how do I deal with the mom? How do I deal with her to deal with our children? And the best advice I can give to any parents out there who are not together, but y'all trying to co-parent, you got to have a united front. You have to have, you can't let the kids dictate. Y'all got to stand. Y'all make a decision. This is what your kids want them to do, not to do. They can't go to one parent and one parent say yeah, and they go to the other parent and the other parent say no. Can't have it that way. What did your mom say? What did your father say? That's how y'all need to put how to move on this. Because kids will play you. They clever. They smart. They used to try it with me. My younger kid was mom. No, what your mom say? Now they know. Well, I can't play that card. Not kids gonna try to find another card. But man, why can't fathers? Why do fathers become heroes after the funeral, man? Let's keep it a being, man. Because somebody tell me I know we're important. I know we're just worth going out making money and bringing the money to the crib. We got to mean more than that. I used to tell my kids all the time, uh, I'm not an ATM. I'm not. I'm your father. Call me sometimes. Say, what's up, Dad? What's going on? Just want to shoot the breeze with you, whatever. What's up, Dad? What's going on? Not always when you need something. Because one of those days you're going to need me and I ain't going to be here. And what you going to do? Because I ain't coming back. So what you going to do? So enjoy me while I'm here. Embrace me while I'm here. Uh, you know, show me that love. Give me that, that same recognition that you give the mom, give to dad. Yeah, I wasn't the house or the vehicle that held you. She was. And I understand that special bond and I respect it. You know what I mean? And I would never step on the toes or come in between them. But as a father, we want ours. We demand ours because we're important. I remember, I used to tell my children all the time that when I was coming up, man, I didn't have what y'all had. I learned by trial and error. Made a lot of mistakes, bro. Bumped my head too many times. So now with my kids, I try to give them nuggets, some knowledge, so they don't bump their head the same way. Not that I don't want them to bump their heads. I just don't want you to bump your head the same way I did. In other words, find your own. But take this spiritual nugget that I'm giving you and learn from it. Because trust me, whatever level you get on, there's going to be a test. There's going to be some hard knocks. There's going to be something that you got to go through because that's just how life is designed. And all I'm simply saying is, as a father myself, we're important. We are. We mean something to this world. Because if you look in nature, it takes a male and a female to produce what? Offspring. Can't do it. I don't care what science is trying to do. I don't care what China is trying to do. The only way you could bring a child in this world or bring offspring into this world is a male and a female. That's it. You can't change nature. You can't change what was perfectly designed. I don't care what you try to do, China or whoever scientists are trying to figure something out. It's crazy thing to me. Why would a man want to have a baby? Don't make sense to me. You ain't built that way. You ain't built it physically. You ain't built it spiritually. You ain't built it mentally. You ain't built that way. So why would you want to be something that you're not built to be? It's crazy to me, man. But let's give us our flowers, man. Why do we have to perish or die before y'all understand? Come on now. Talk to me. Because, let me say this, man. My father and I, he wasn't there when I was younger, and I could have held that against him for the rest of his life. But what would that have gotten us? What? The same old. So, I forgave him, and we had that talk, and I love him. I love my father. And I know he loves me, and I understand what people need to understand, and I'm not justifying anybody's father that wasn't there or any man. I'm not justifying. I'm just simply saying everybody's life is different. Everybody goes through something differently. Everybody responds to something differently. Everybody sees it differently. And I'm not justifying. I'm just simply saying they have a life too. And I'm guarantee you, I believe, and I really believe this with all in my heart, that a man, once he has a child, something in him clicks. Something turns on. I got to protect it. I got to feed it. I got to teach it. I got to be there for it. I really believe that. It's just in us innately. Now, how that plays out, a lot of factors, man. Environment, the situation. Your baby mama can make things good, or she can make things miserable. And I'm not here to blast y'all women, but I'm just keeping it a bean. It's the truth. Some of y'all could be, some monsters, man, because y'all haven't healed, because y'all haven't let go of the relationship or the wrong he may have done. But that has nothing to do with you and his children, you and your children. You got to put your feelings to the side and let him be a father. If he's doing what he's supposed to do, and he's coming to get him on a regular, and he's doing things with y'all children, let him do that. Don't hinder that, because you're only hurting the child. And remember, the mother, you want to protect your child and teach them too. So why not let them be with their father? I'm talking about if he's a good dude. You know what I'm talking about. Somebody gonna say, well, why if he's, come on, keep it a bean. Stop. I'm talking about if he's a good father, let him be in his children's life, because they need him. They need to hear his voice. They need to hear his wisdom. They need to feel his love and his protection. They need to know his presence, if that makes any sense to you. So all I'm simply saying is, man, give us our flowers now. Let us be heard. Give it to us now. We deserve it. We need it. Just like I was talking to my cousin the other day, and I remember her cousin said something to me, Slim, where she said men are more emotional, but we go about it logically. And women are more logical, but they go about it emotionally. And there's truth to that. Because, we could say a lot of what we want to say, but shit, some men gossip more than women do. Keep it a bean. They do. But the point I'm trying to make is this, man. Give us our flowers now. Show us love now. Call your father and say, hey, I love you. Just wanted to say I love you, Dad. What's going on? Because a lot of times, we just feel like we're ATMs. We feel unappreciated. As long as we buying, as long as we doing, we good. The moment we can't, or we say no for whatever reason, now we're the most horrible person on the planet. That's crazy, man. That don't even make sense. And and one thing I know as a father, what we're always trying to teach our kids is to be independent. Because we understand there's a time I'm not going to be here. So what you going to do? You can't keep saying, Dad, I'm gone. You understand what I'm saying? And all we want is give us our flowers now, show us our love now because we deserve it. We sacrifice. We're that, that quiet pillar of the family, protectors, providers. We love y'all. We instill in y'all. We teaching constantly. We're going to say things that make you uncomfortable. That's part of our assignment. It's part of our job as a father. Can't make you comfortable all the time. You'll never grow. You'll never change. You'll get complacent and think I'm supposed to take care of you the rest of your life. Nah, it's not how this thing works. At some point, you got to stand on your own 2 feet. At some point, you got to figure it out. At some point, you got to make some decisions that's going to affect your life. And I can't be there all the time. But what I hope is you've learned from me. You witnessed, you've seen some things that you can say, hey, my dad did this. My dad taught me that. My dad showed me this. And so stop letting us perish. Stop letting us die and show us love now. Show us love now. And listen, and for anybody whose father is not here, think about the good times, the good memories you share in your head, and smile every once in a while and say, Dad, I love you. I love you. Thank you. Because what a lot of people need to understand is when you have a security blanket, you know, and it's been there so long and you got comfortable with it and you're complacent with it, you take it for granted, and you're allowed to do some of the things you're able to do. But if you take that security blanket away, how will you be? How can you make it? Can you move? Can you survive? And that's what a father represents, man. That security blanket. He represents that pillar that when the strong winds blow through life, you can hold on to him because you know you ain't going nowhere and he ain't letting you go. And all we're saying is give us our love now. You know, tell us you love us. You know, uh, stop letting us think or making us think we're ATM machines or we're Mr. Quick Fix It or something. I keep telling my kids, I Google just like you do. You know what I mean? I don't know everything. Don't profess to. Google. You know, but and I love my children, man. And I even love my oldest daughter, my oldest son. Our relationship ain't what I want it to be, but it still has an opportunity to be because I'm always thankful and wishful. I'm always talking to the ancestors about them. Uh, I'm always praying about them. Love them. Um, you know, but something, is beyond me, man. I don't have the authority to make anybody talk to anybody, man. All I could do is ask. And then, God got to do the rest, man. And I know He will. And it'll be in His time and in His way. And I'm grateful and thankful for that, man. But I love them. I love Robbie, love Estasha. My other kids, I talk to them quite a bit, man. My youngest two, I'm always talking with them when they come home from college, or I'm going to see my son play baseball now that baseball season's in. My other son he's working, going to school, doing his thing. Proud of him. My daughter Honesty, she's still in school. I think this is her senior year. Proud of her. Proud of you too, Jeremiah. My son Julian just gave me my 17th grandchild, Dallas. Welcome to the world. Me, my daughter, we're going to go up there and see my newest grandchild to the family soon. So I'm grateful and thankful, man. I just want my family to know, and I want other men's family to know that fathers are important. We are. We don't boast. We don't stand on corners with bullhorns. We don't do any of those things, man. We're quiet, but we're pillars. We're protectors. We're providers. We love y'all endlessly, unconditionally. And we do. You know what I mean? And like I just said not too long ago, I see everything that uh, each one of my baby mamas and me, we put into our children. I see it. And I try to extrapolate it out. I try to bring it out. It's not easy. It's hard. So I'm going to say some things that make you uncomfortable. I'm going to say some things that you ain't going to like. I'm going to push you when you don't think I should. But that's part of who I am. That's part of my makeup. It's part of my design. It's part of my assignment as a father. And when I'm not here and I'm gone and I went home and on to the next journey, I want you to remember that I love y'all with all of my heart. Wish I could have been better. Wish I could have done more. But what the hell, the hand I was dealt and the situations that I was in, I did the best I could. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. That part never wavered, never changed, no matter what I was going through with your baby, with your moms. I love y'all and still do. And so, with all that being said, give us our flowers now. Celebrate us now. Hug us now. Talk to us now. And if you in a situation where you haven't spoken to your father for whatever reason, the time now is to bury the hatchet, man, because I don't know if you noticed. I said it on a couple of my episodes, man. Death is taking people like he knows their assignment. And he don't care. He ain't losing no sleep. He's doing what he was told to do. And he's taking them, man, and they're gone. So with that being said, while your loved ones is here, celebrate them. Speak to them. Tell them and show them you love them. Spend some time with them. Rock with them. You know what I mean? Laugh with them. Because you never know, man. This world is crazy. I didn't set it up. I didn't design it. It was here long before I got here. And so with that being said, man, just celebrate them, man. Just like celebrate your father, man. Call him up. Speak to him. Say, hey, just wanted to say hi. You know what I mean? I miss you and I love you, man. Because trust me, fathers, we have feelings too, man. Our hearts don't pump Kool-Aid. They pump blood, just like red blood cells, just like yours. You know what I mean? We hurt and we cry, and we may not cry with tears, but we cry with pain, with disappointment. But we cry, and we know when we messed up. We know when we fallen short. We know when we could have done more and we didn't. So trust me, we know. It's not foreign to us. It's coded in us somewhere. I guess that's part of God's plan. I guess, but they'll see me rocking my, gun violence is a pandemic. I've been preaching that for the last, since COVID. But nobody wants to talk about gun violence, even though it keeps happening every day, almost every city around the globe. Somebody's being killed senselessly by gun violence, but we don't want to do anything about it. We keep somebody got to die, and then we talk about it and wait to the next person. It's crazy, man. We don't want to change, gun reform. I'm all about gun reform. I'm all about taking guns out of the hands of the people that shouldn't have them. I don't think anybody should have semi-automatic weapons unless you're in the military. What's the point of it? What you doing? You only shoot one target at a time. It's what you need 50 bullets coming out at one time. Come on, man. Stop. There's an agenda there. There's something going on there. But I digress, though, man. Again, man, thank you for tuning in, man. I just wanted to say, man, hey, some men, fathers, reach out to me, man, so we could do a part 2, so we can get some different perspectives, man. I didn't even bring up child support because that's a whole nother topic, man, that definitely can be discussed, and we could talk about it, the role of it, the importance of it, or the insignificance of it. Does it hurt? Does it help? I know some fathers in New York. I think they protested child support, saying it was unconstitutional, something to that nature. And I think that it's gaining some national attention, and much needed, because I don't know if guys know anything about child support, man, but I know when I first got on it, man, they didn't show you no love. You were innocent. All you were was an ATM. You weren't even a person. You were an ATM or a bank account. That's all you were. You weren't even a person. They didn't care who, how, what, when, what you did, what you got going on, whether you got food or don't got food. You just better give us this money. Now, the laws, it has gotten a little better, and they're starting to think a little bit more about the role of father. So they still haven't gotten where they need to be. But I will say this: if you can keep the courts out of it, keep them out of it. Because remember, they're getting kickbacks. You think they do this because they care about you or me or the children? No, come on, stop. It's about money, man. It's about money. That's all it's about, man. But that's another topic for another time. But yeah, hey, fathers, reach out to me. Let's do a part two. Why fathers only become heroes after the funeral, man. Uh, I want to change the narrative, man. I want us to get our flowers now while we're breathing. You know, that's one thing. My children could tell you that I had to kind of get them to understand every time we get off the phone or every time we leave each other's presence, I love you. They know now. I'd be automatic, Dad, I love you, because you never know. It might be the last time you you hear from me or I hear from you. So we got to keep doing things like that, man. Get together, man. It don't have to be nothing elaborate. It just come and spend some time, sit down, talk. Bring something your dad like a hamburger or whatever he likes. Bring it to him. Here, Dad, I was thinking about you. I was out. Let's have lunch together, whatever the case may be, man. Fathers are important, man. We're needed. Trust me, we are. Um, you know, you just don't know having a father versus not having one, man. I mean, it could be the difference between, you being successful and not being successful, or you becoming uh, a better version of yourself, or not becoming that version of yourself because you didn't have a father. That's how important we are, man. Remember I said the mother sees some things that the father doesn't, and the father sees some things that the mother doesn't. But together, y'all see it all. And so, kids most of the time, they're too close to the forest to see the trees, but we see it all. I see it one way, the mother see it another way, but let's bring that picture together so we can see it all as parents, man. So that's how important we are, fathers. Y'all are, man. I love y'all too, bro. And I'm rocking with y'all, bro. Walking with y'all, walking with y'all, and y'all walking with me, man. Let's do this thing. Let's change this narrative. Let's change this culture. Let's get our flowers now. Let's get our love now. You know what I mean? Uh, talk to us now. Um, you know, we need it. We do, man. Trust me, we do. With that being said, man, thank you for tuning in. Told you, shift happens. You got to go get this book, man. I read the introduction from it. It was something that I felt that we all could relate to. Uh, I'm reading the book, and I know it was written for women, but shift happens to everybody. And with that being said, it's going to help you. And I think they're going to do a version for men. And I'll definitely get a copy of that. But go buy this book, man. Shift happens, man. It'll help her understand why she's changing, why she's evolving, why it's okay to become that new version of yourself. Don't be apologetic about it. Don't be worried about what people say, you know. And like she said, even going through your pain, you can still keep your softness. I'm paraphrasing, uh, but go out and purchase this book, man. Three beautiful ladies, Kendra, Robin, and Nicole. Shift happens. I told you they signed my book at the book signing. You know what I mean? So thank her for that. Thank them for that, man. So please, please, please. I also have a treat for you guys, man. My son, and kudos to him, and he's the one that just had my 17th grandchild, Dallas. He's always been rapping for a long time. And it was hard. I kept asking him, send me something so I can put it on the air. I posted it on my page earlier today. I'm going to play it here at the end. It's Sosa X 1993, because that's the year he was born, 1993. But I think this song kind of speaks to what I was talking about fathers becoming heroes after the funeral, and so he kind of put this song together, man. It's beautiful, man. So I'm going to play it for us in a couple minutes. And then I'm gonna send this home, man. And thank you for tuning in. Got a couple episodes coming up. Told you I'm gonna interview with Carol Washington. We're gonna do Dear Black Man. That's another must read. Trust me, it's raw. It's true. It's real. It's gonna touch something in here, man. It is. But it's gonna force you to change. It's gonna force you to confront some stuff, man. Because that's the only way you change. You gotta realize who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you fucking up, you gotta realize. Excuse my language. You gotta realize if you're this or whatever you are, you gotta face it. That's the only way you're gonna change, man. That's Dear Black Man. And I'm also trying to get to interview Fawn, the lady that started the organization TAG. I think that's Take Action Advocacy Group. Definitely want to interview her because she cares about McKeesport and she's a big proponent for it, and she's trying to get some things changed in McKeesport from the politics, from the school board, from the city council to the police force. So I think a lot of y'all in McKeesport should definitely join her organization. Don't allow them to uh, make her think she's this or that. Listen to what she got to say. Listen to what the organization stands for. And if that's something you can stand with or rock with, join it. If it's something you can't, then don't. Nobody's forcing your hand, but if you have an organization that's trying to help you, especially in McKeesport, I think you need to think about it. With that being said, man, let's get to this song. I want to play it. It's my son, Sosa, X 1993. Here it goes. Check it out.
You're not been the same since 03. Damn. Poppy, my grandma, when she knew me. That's Eric. She kidnapped the kids with the front seats. That's the relation ever. Let you own a car, that shit don't move me. It really don't though. Remember all them nights I had no sleep. No sleep. Stay on the right path, I am not sheep. Hello? Only time rap pops is when bodies drop.
You wanna hear that?
Wishing for success, so you gon' plot or not. Smart move. Doomsday coming like child support stop. You know, I don't wanna be cool, call me astronaut. Shit stupid what I speak, and I don't brag a lot. I really don't. Try to pull heartstrings, guitar in the pawn shop. Only time they love you when you in a pine box. That's real, that's real. If freedom is so precious, why my mind locked? All that homie talk out the window when it's 20 years. Tell me I'm lying. You can say what you want, nobody cares. We all remember what you did last year. We still remember. Picture perfect life, you swear. You really do that. Don't even talk to my brother, let alone my cousins. Facts. Family be funny, like I ate somebody. Karma keeps receipts, Walmart or something. It really do though. It don't feel the same, guess you wise for something. Be true, stay true, no reason to hate you. Just wouldn't save you.
There you go, guys. That was my son spitting his bars. That's Sosa, X 1993. I had to play it, man. Thank you, son, for sending that to me. Hope you guys liked it. Like I said, it's on my Facebook page, so check it out. He has many more where that came from. That's Sosa, X 1993. Please check him out. Well, man, thank you guys again for walking with me and spending a little time with me. Remember I told you I always leave a popcorn trail so we know how to get back. But thank you for another therapy session. I needed it. I keep doing my homework, man. It helps me not to forget, to understand that, what someone is, that they have a disease, and that you can't fix them. You can't help them, and you're only going to become part of the problem and not part of the solution. So with that being said, I keep doing my homework assignments. So thank you, cuz it's helping me. And so I thank her for that. So, guys, you already know what I say, man. Be true to yourself. Be true to him. Walk with purpose, but more importantly, walk with love. Uh, I think that's all I have, man. Why do fathers only become heroes after the funeral? We got to do better, and we will do better, right? And I gave a 100 black men challenge to read um, the Jim Crow papers, the original ones. And I said that I don't even think you could get past page 10 of all the atrocities and the horrific things that they did to our people, our ancestors, and how we were ornaments on a tree, bro. Um, you know, what they did to us, man, is just unimaginable. Um, and now they want us to forget it. I said before, you had a president who in one respect was helping us celebrate Black History Month, but then writing policies or executive orders to try to erase it, or erase its significance of our history. And I said it, and I meant it, that there would be no American history without Black history, because we helped build 99% of the wealth in this country through cotton, through tobacco, and yet we own less than 1% of it. And then when our ancestors did become so-called free, they built cities like in Tulsa and other places and became self-sufficient and self-sustaining. They didn't need, massa no more. They didn't need white America. But white America didn't like that. They got mad. And they did what? They burned them. They destroyed them. They murdered them. And then try to blame it on them. Said that they were the victim. You see how they play that game, man. But I ain't going to get into that, man. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. Fathers, reach out to me. We're going to do a part 2. Why fathers only become heroes after the funeral. Because I know there's some men out there, some fathers out there that got something to say. And I want to hear you, man. 106 Keep It a Bean wants to hear you. With all that being said, man, thank you. I love you guys. Till next time, man. This is Tiger from 106 Keep It a Bean. I love you guys, man. And remember, gun violence is a pandemic. Let's do something about it. Peace, and I'm out. Peace, and I'm out, Facebook.